Disclaimer: this video is just a work of fiction. It has nothing to do with Idol's real life, so don't take it seriously. This video has voiceover, so if you want, you can mute it. Grandma, will you fulfill my last wish, Jungkook? Yes, Grandma, I will do anything for you. To control his tears. Will you marry the girl whom I have chosen for you? Jungkook got shocked to listening to his grandma's words. Grandma, how can I marry a girl whom I don't know? Jungkook, this is my last wish I am asking from you. His grandma said with tears in her eyes. She's very sweet girl and she will always make you happy after I will be gone. He coupled. I will do anything for you, Grandma. His grandma smiled weakly while looking at her grandson. Present. Jungkook was holding her hand in his. Priest, you accept Kim Wyan as your legally wedded wife, Jungkook. I do. Priest, you accept Jeon Jungkook as your legally wedded husband, Priest said, announcing their vows. Wyan, I do. Now the couple may exchange the rings. Wyan made Jungkook wear a ring and he also slid ring into her hand. Now you made the bride. She was just looking at the ground, not meeting his eyes. He lifted up her chin softly with his hand and placed his on her. Softly, she also got melted and wrapped her arms around him. They both came back to their senses after hearing the cheering of the crowd. Jungkook smiled softly, thinking that he fulfilled his grandma's last wish by marrying Wyan. They both took the blessings of the elders and then Jungkook went to his friends. There, congratulations bro, thank you Hyung. We thought Jin Hyung will get married first, but here happened the opposite. Our Maknae is a married man now, he said while laughing. Until everyone looked at him weirdly and he shut his mouth. Finally, Jungkook got older and got married. Jungkook, have you thought about that? What to do about marriage? Hyung, I have talked to PD Nim. For now, I am going to keep it hidden only and let's see what. And when the right time will come, we will decide. Sugar Hyung, you are still here to sleep. Congo, my bro, now finish your wedding fast. I want to go home and sleep. Congratulations, Jungkook, they both said together. Thank you, Hyung, he said while hugging both of them. Where is your sister-in-law? She must be around only, he said coldly. Okay, you, Hyung, enjoy. I will be going now. Let's go, we are getting late, he said coldly. They both bade their goodbyes from their families and went to home. During their whole ride, both of them were silent. None of them spoke a word. Wyan and Jungkook both reached their new house while Wyan was off her jewelry and pins from her head while looking at Jungkook from the mirror. I want to talk to you about something important. Yes, you know I only married you as it was my grandmother's last wish. And second, I am an idol. So don't do such things that will affect my reputation. Neither our marriage will be public, he said coldly. Wyan nodded her head in understanding him. You go and freshen up. Let's sleep. Now both Wyan and Jungkook was laying down on the bed. Her back was facing him. She closed her eyes and thinking about how they're at the marriage and how he came to her house first time for marriage proposal. She still can't believe she got married to her idol crush. Past. Mr. Kim, I want to marry your daughter. Mr. Kim, but why and how could you marry my daughter? Said it is my grandma's last wish, so I could marry your daughter. He said in a very polite way. I will do as my daughter say. Mr. Kim looked at Wyan who was sitting beside him. Daughter, will you marry him? Dad, I will do to complete Grandma's last wish. Wine Dad smiled softly at her. Jungkook Grandma knew Wine family from a long time, and she has seen Wine growing up in her childhood. Since then, she decided to get her grandson married to her grandson when they will get older. Right now, Wine woke up after sunlight fall on her face. She saw that there was no one beside her. She got ready and got downstairs. She saw note on kitchen slab with her breakfast on the note. I have some important meeting at a company, so I went early. I made a breakfast, have it. She smiled softly while looking at the note. He says he don't care, but there is a difference in his actions and words, she thought while chuckling at her thoughts. I really love him. She had her breakfast while scrolling through her husband edit reels. Like literally I'm lucky among those armies. Still can't believe I'm his wife. It's like a dream come true, she said while giggling. I haven't saw the whole house yet. I should give myself a home tour. Time skip. At night, bell rang. She opened the door and saw tiring Jungkook there. Wine, you seem a lot of tired, she said while passing him the water. Yesterday was a tiring day. We did a lot of practice for our upcoming song. Wine nodded. You had your dinner? No, I was waiting for you. They both were having their dinner, while Wine, being a chatterbox, telling him about her day, and he was listening to her quite peacefully. They both were sleeping. Jungkook grabbed his arms around her waist. Wine was shocked by his actions. Good night, sweetheart, he said sweetly in her ears. That she was looking at him with wide eyes. What happened? He said while looking at her. You hug me. So what? Can't I hug you? Now sleep, I'm already very tired. She kept her hand on his and slept. As days were passing by, Wine and Jungkook was getting closer to each other, but their marriage was still hidden because Jungkook don't know what his fans' reaction would be after knowing he got married. One fine day, Wine, get ready. By 7, we will be going out. But why so suddenly made a plan to go out with me? Why can't I go out with my wife? He said by holding her by her waist. She blushed at his statement. Get ready soon, okay? I will be going to the company now. Members will be waiting for me. Bye, take care. Yes, I will be going now. In the evening, she was getting ready for the day. She wore a beautiful red dress with a pair of silver earrings and a transparent heels with curvy hair. She heard horn noise outside which indicated Jungkook is here. She locked the doors and went towards Jungkook, who was leaning the car bonnet with phone in his hand. Moved his eyes up after listening to the clicking of heels, and he was amazed to see his wife looking so ethereal beauty while he was unable to look away from her. You are looking so beautiful, he whispered, and she blushed. Thank you. You look more beautiful with this blush on your face, Mrs. John. By the way, Mr. John, you are also looking very handsome. I look handsome every day, but thus you never noticed it. Now let's go. Jungkook held Wine hand and opened door for her. She smiled at his gentleman behavior. He also sat beside her in the car and kept his hand on her. On the gear machine, they both reached at the restaurant where their date was set up. Babe, what do you want to have? He said, going through menu card. She was shocked by him calling her with the nickname. She was lost in her own thoughts. Wine, and what do you want to have? I will have whatever you will order. Then he gave the order of the food. They were waiting for the food and it came. They had it peacefully with a little bit of chit-chatting. Okay, now let's go back, love. Wine and Jungkook both came back. While Jungkook sent Wine to go inside the house, He will come after parking the car. Jungkook went towards their room when he didn't find her. Where is she? He questioned himself. From the window of his room, he saw Wine dancing in the rain in their garden. Ish, this girl, she will get cold. What is she doing in the rain? Jungkook went in their garden. Wine, what are you doing here? In the rain, you will catch cold. Why? Wine turned her head after listening to him. Jungkook, don't wait, you also come with me. She dragged him with her. She was just moving her in the rain while Jungkook was just at her. Being all beautiful, both of them were getting drenched in the rain. Jungkook pulled her by her waist. Wine gasped at his sudden action. What are you doing to me, Mrs. John? Why my heart is beating so fast when you come near me? He whispered to her while she was listening to him with her eyes closed. She was waiting for him to move, but when she didn't felt anything, she opened her eyes and saw him looking at her. Suddenly he picked her up. Now let's go to our room or you will catch cold. Wine wrapped her arms around him and hid her face in his while he moved to their bedroom. Jungkook entered their bedroom and made her sit on the bed. Babe, go and change your clothes or you will catch cold. Wine nodded her head and went, but she was just thinking about his words. In the garden, which she didn't complete it. Does he love him? After few days. She was trying to call Jungkook from last 4 to 5 days, but he was receiving none of them. He was ignoring her calls. After that day, when he confessed to her, he was ignoring her. Wine didn't mind it in starting, but next day he went on a trip for their concert. She's worried for him. Jungkook, please for once talk to me and don't ever leave me like this, she said while looking at her phone screen. When a message popped into her phone about dating rumor of the Jungkook with the actress with whom he was going to work on upcoming project. Is he dating her behind my back? This was first thought came into her mind. The next thought in her mind that was he was not wearing their marriage ring on the day they went to the date. She again tried to call him, but he rejected the call. Now Wine was misunderstanding everything, the ignorance, rejection, confession. I was very busy recently with the upcoming events, cause of which I was unable to give time to Wine and to receive her calls. But I did feel bad for it. So after packing my all the work today, I'm going back to the Korea to my wife. I miss her a lot. In this is now I can't wait to see her anymore. Jungkook reached their house, but Wine was nowhere to be found. Where she went? He searched the whole house, but didn't find her. Now he was getting worried. He tried to call her, but she was receiving none of his calls. Jungkook called her parents if she was there. Hello, Mr. Kim. Yes, Jungkook, what happened? Mr. Kim, did Wine came to you? No, she didn't. Is she okay or something happened? Jungkook didn't want to make him worried, so he lied. No, Mr. Kim, I was just asking. Okay, as you say, son. Jungkook was now getting worried. First, as there was no news about Wine since last 3 hours. No, now I can't wait. I have to go to see my wife, RM. But Jungkook, what about your security? No, you are not a normal person. No, I don't care about myself. You can go. He was trying his best to find Wine. He was driving his own car, while he sent his bodyguards to look for her at other places. He was trying to call her again and again until he got her location. He spotted a familiar female figure. He got out of his car. Is she Wine? He got closer to her and When she turned around, he saw her with tearful eyes. Why? He immediately hugged her close to his heart. Where were you? You know how much worried I was. Where were you since a long time? While she was speaking, nothing. What are you doing here? Should I not be asking you this? Why are you here with me? You should go to your girlfriend. Why, what are you saying? That actress and that rumor. Why, you should know that I am an idol. Such these rumors are normal. But where is your marriage ring? Why weren't you wearing it that day? Are you ashamed to wear it? Baby, it's here and you don't have to be insecure. But why weren't you picking up my calls? And you left me that day also alone, she said with tears. I'm sorry, love, cause of my busy schedule. I was unable to connect with you. Now let's go. As Wine and Jungkook were about to go towards the car, they were by the Paps media. Jungkook bodyguards tried to control them. Jungkook hid Wine behind him cause of Paps. Jungkook, sir, who is she? Sir, you have been spotted with her before also. Who is she? Sir, you can leave. You can't leave us like this. You have to answer. Jungkook felt like if he will not answer their questions today, it will keep on increasing. Jungkook clutched Wine's hand tightly. She's my wife, he said confidently. For a while, crowd and media went silent, and Wine was looking at him shockingly. This fans will say now, I have took vows with her and I love her more than anything. And about my fans, I know my real armies will always be happy for me and support their Jungkook in every decision. I know I have broke many girls' heart today, but I can't marry all of you, right? And my heart belongs to someone else. I know that you all will find someone better for themselves. I am married to Kim Wine, whom I love more than anything else in the world. While Wine was looking at him with tearful eyes, he wiped them off. Tears doesn't look good in your eyes, love, he said while smiling, while the crowd cheered the lovely moment.